to try, if an image is too light, I'll try to pull it down a little bit. Either sometimes let's say the light adjustment don't work or the brightness and contrast don't work. Sometimes I just have to burn the image and it looks great. This is a dodge tool. This actually brings the color up. It's like putting the contrast, no, putting the contrast, let's see, putting the contrast down, consistency, what it's called. Yes, contrast down and brightness up. And you start to see it start pulling the color straight up to white. Instead of the burn tool that pulls the color down to black, it will pull the color all the way up to white. Also good for some images that are black. And the sponge tool. What is a sponge tool? The sponge tool is a tool that sponges color off of images. What do you mean? The sponge tool will make something turn black and white. Since this is black and white, it works more for images, but it will turn it black and white. Since it's red, red will turn to black, I could presume. Will turn to black and give it a blur. Okay, the pen tool. Should be the pen tool. Oh wow. Okay. I never used the pen tool. Okay, now I get it. Okay, so what the pen tool does, the pen tool actually creates segments in your pre-line, so to say. So let me show you this. So I've created a line, but I pick a part of the line I want to go on, and I can start making it curve over. It's good for making diagrams, I would presume. You could just have fun with the pen tool all day, but practical use, it's nice. If you get the hang of it, then it's a good tool. Like me, I didn't personally get to use it because I mainly create covers, edit pictures, create new projects, things like that. But I never really get to use the pen tool. Freeform pen tool. Same thing as the pencil, but this time it's named the pen tool. So basically the same thing as well. But you get the point of this. Let's see, add anchor points. Oh, I get it. So if I go back to the pen tool and I go to pen tool and I go to add anchor points. Yep, that is it. And add some more anchor points. Bring there. Okay, I get it. But you can add anchor points to help out. It's self-explanatory, so I guess they are named anchors. But still pretty self-explanatory once more. And you can delete it as well. And also, you don't have to keep that on there. You can actually bring this whole toolbar, whatever you want, and actually put it over here. But I don't, I don't like it over there. Let's see. Text tool. This is your friend, your worst enemy put together. But the text tool is my favorite nonetheless. If you hold and click, grab a horizontal tool. Let's see. Let's go with something nice. Let's go for a little script. I know the perfect script. I like Edward script. Where's Edward? There's Edward. Edward. I like to call him Edward. Don't diss me with that. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna show you about the text tool. Write the text tool. The happy end. Okay, so you see it has predetermined sizes, but yeah, you want to get a size that exactly fits in here. But let me go back to the text tool. Make sure the move tool moves. Remember that. Remember, if you want to hide that, the move tool moves. It will move anything around. Make sure you remember that. Okay. So, if we go back to the text tool, you can still highlight again if you're on the text tool. If you're not in close range of the text tool, it will create a new text if you're not in range. So let me just delete that because I don't really need it at the moment. Delete the layer. So you have this. So you try to fit inside here. But A is not fitting properly. So what you can do is actually you can make sure the layer is highlighted and you go to edit and free transform. And you get these little points that you can actually edit your image to exactly fit in here without touching the size. You actually can do anything you want with this. You can actually stretch it like this, have fun with it. You probably won't understand that. Make sure you keep it proportional. If it was, don't make every side a square. If it was a rectangle, keep it as a rectangle. Let people at least see it. Also, a shortcut to the freedom tool, not a free transform tool, is Control T. If I do Control T now, make it back into a triangle, rectangle, you can now see it. And make sure but remember when I said that if you do not directly change the image like you use in the paintbrush or the eraser, you have to confirm it. So I confirm it. So that is the happy end, because we are soon coming to an end with this little tutorial session on the brushes. Okay, these. Okay, let me finish with this vertical text. The happy beginning. Vertical text is nice as well. It's nice. And if I Control T it, it's also nice. This might be interesting. Let me just do this. This might be interesting. So let's see. I want to duplicate this layer. Drag it over. You don't have to pay attention to what I do right now. I just wanted to make this symmetrical, or this will get on my nerves. So let's go to free transform, right click, rotate horizontal. Perfect. Okay, continue back on. Just had to make that a little symmetrical just now. That's just basically the same thing. Horizontal type mask. You need to know these two at the current moment, but you'll need, but all you'll need to know the two on top, like horizontal type tool and the vertical type tool. That is going to be the most important. The path selection tool is important, but I will count that in a different video. Same thing with direct select tool. It's important, but you don't really need to know it. Some things inside this you don't need to know for what you're doing. Like you see this up here? This is some of these settings are for painting, photography, things. So all these things are different settings, and if I go and change it, you can see this side changes to what you're doing. If I go back to essentials, because I mostly keep it on essentials. And this is the newest version of Photoshop I'm using. I think this Photoshop CX6 or okay, so going on to the last one, rectangle tool, pretty self-explanatory. Oh, and make sure you have the right color selected as well. So if I go to pink, it will get more like purple. It will it will automatically chop out. Then all you have to do is just fill it in. So if you want me to fill it in, I can fill it in.